Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has asserted that the success of service and project delivery within his first year in office is better than the 8 years spent by some other administrations. Fubara made the assertion at Ngo Town during the inauguration of the Andoni section of the Ogoni-Andoni Opobo Unity Road project in Andoni local government area on Saturday. The governor explained this assertion, saying that the accomplishments were secured within 3 months that his administration had settled down to work, given the festering political crisis. This was contained in a statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Nelson Chukwode. Now, Mr. Ugochukwu, I mean, this is part of the story, but when you read the entire story critically, you know, the governor also made reference to his predecessor and, you know, compared his own accomplishments within 1 year to the 8 years of governor, the FCT minister and the ex-governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. What do you have to say to that?
Are we talking about the governor's achievement in 3 months, as he said, or are we talking about 1 year? He is not yet 1 year in office, and there is a lot of contradiction when you look at it on the broader perspective. The governor is saying that he has had only 3 months to settle down, while in another breath, he will say there is no crisis. So is it that there is a crisis of gathering of thought, choice of words in the mind of the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, with due respect to his office? And again, when you look at it, you find out that despite the conflicting statements by him, you will also note that the governor made a very interesting statement by trying to compare himself with the past administrations, which he knows. The governor knows that he's been economical with the truth. He's been sagacious with his statements. This is not time for politicking. You're not wooing people to come and vote for you. The electioneering campaigns, as they will say, has come and gone. But you find out that the governor lately is beginning to, you know, assert himself as someone who is already campaigning. And it is not healthy for the Rivers State polity, because going by all the things that is going on, we need a governor that is very subtle and docile in his approach to some issues. While you may want to assert yourself on the people's minds and trying to win their support, there are some statements you don't dare to make. In 3 months of active governance, according to him, in close to 1 year, few days from now, he'll be marking 1 year in office as a governor of Rivers State. I don't think that those statements are necessary, beginning to compare yourself, because when you look at what, let us take the case study, even from the Odele's administration, whom he is now hibernating with. You know, he cannot equate himself to what Odele achieved from 1999 to 2007, you know, that, you know, clearly positioned Rivers State as a power play, as an economic hub, as the major financier of the Nigerian economy, you know, that even gave rise to some speculations, you know, that he will be positioned by the former President Olusegun Obasanjo as the next president of Nigeria. And when that didn't go down, it was also the kind of drama that we saw between Atiku and Nyesom Wike, when Nyesom Wike failed to clean the PDP presidential ticket, that they wanted to make peace in Rivers State, in PDP as a party, and then they want to position Nyesom Wike as the vice president to Atiku, vice presidential candidate to Atiku, so to say. And when that didn't fly, you saw how, you know, the PDP almost started having issues because of that denial. that happened to Sir Peter Odile. And we raced down to Amechi. Amechi came and focused on education and other sundry projects that Amechi did. And Amechi also played the national politics. You find out the national politics that Amechi played cumulated into the formation of APC then, and also his cross-carpeting from PDP to APC, and played a major role. He was one of the super ministers. You know what they call super ministers in the Nigeria in policy is from that acronym came as a result of the role that Amechi played and the ministerial portfolio that was assigned to him by the then President Muhammadu Buhari. And again, you find out that it was only Amechi and Fashola then that were called super ministers. So when you race down from there, you saw the projects that Amechi did in the state and his impact in the national. You cannot take that away from him because of the rail road crisscrossing across the breadth and length of Nigeria. And then when you race from there to Rivers, to the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Chief Sanyesom Wike, you find out that he has a litany of projects completed by him, which is very glaring to the blind and even the deaf heard about it. Are you talking about some of the, when I was reading through, I saw some of the statements made by even the people that are, so to say, supporting the present governor. The person of Uche Secondus, who was a former PDP national chairman, you know, made a very glaring statement when he was commissioning a road in Harley Road in OGRA, and said that that road has not been given attention since after the colonial masters, and that Jason Wike has come and given it attention. And the type of Tambowa gave him a pat on the back, saying that this is someone who, you know, has come to account for what the people are giving him. You find out that Jason Wike touched on the life of the judiciary in Rivers State. There was a facelift on the clinic in the State House, the refurbishing of the State House.
Well,
all those things,
yes,
it's the signature projects.
Okay.
You're not even talking about the flyovers. That one, we don't even talk about it because it is what revolutionized infrastructural development in Rivers State. So for the present governor, in 1 year, you know, as far as we are concerned, the only project we have seen him doing is the, what do you call it? Is the Thanksgiving service.
Well, still speaking on the governor's projects in Rivers
in 1 year.
In 1 year. Now, Governor Fubara's first year in office anniversary program did list out a number of projects that he commissioned and he's still commissioning, and of course, projects that he's flagging off as well. So now, when you look at the program carefully, which I have with me,
yes,
about 6 projects have been commissioned by the government, will be commissioned in course of the 1 year anniversary program. And then 4 projects will also be flagged off. He has flagged off some. Now, the question is this: when you look at the income of Rivers State currently, the increased FAC allocation, and also
the increased revenue,
which the governor has come out to
acknowledge,
to say. Now, would you say that commissioning 6 projects within a space of 1 year, in view of the increased revenue to Rivers State, would you say it's commensurate?
That is why I said from my earlier statement that the governor, by his statement, is you know, attracting unnecessary attention onto himself that will bring about criticism and the critiquing what he has done within this space of 1 year. Nobody is there to the white man said that the end justifies the means. There is still a time for us to sit down and now begin to, take into account what he has done and begin to do the comparisons. Because Shakespeare said that nothing is good or bad, otherwise by comparison. The other governors has come and gone, have made their mark, and he is still on the road. He is still in the pipeline as far as I'm concerned. So there is no absolute need for that comparison because he's not yet done with his project and policies. It is after that that we begin to draw comparisons from 1 year of so-so person in office, another year of so-so person in office. So the governor is just overshooting his policies, as far as I'm concerned, for the increased FAC revenue and allocation. Because of the removal of the fuel subsidy, they have increased FAC allocation in Rivers State. Across board. I mean, we are talking about Rivers. Okay. And the IGR of the state has increased, according to him, from 12 billion to 26, 27 billion, dancing around that. And you talk about most of the projects you are mentioning have been completed. They were not started by him. This present government of Siminalayi Fubara did not, which he has acknowledged. We give it to him that there is that continuity. But when there is continuity, which has posited that the government is a continuum. So when you talk about the projects that were awarded by his predecessor, and he has completed them now, and he's now using it to sing to the high heavens and drawing comparisons to the previous administrations, I think it is uncharitable for him to do that, and also it is not in his place to score himself. And I will also advise the governor and his handlers to tarry a while. It is hasty to draw such conclusion. It is hasty to start making, to drawing, comparisons and saying who did what not. And there's also, it is not, it's not going to do him a lot of good if he starts this early morning to sing his own praise.
All right.